The atmosphere inside the Vikings facility has shifted noticeably over the last 72 hours. As we track the latest movements within the organization, it is clear that management is operating with a renewed sense of urgency. We are looking at three critical developments that could redefine the trajectory of this roster. From personnel adjustments to strategic depth chart decisions, the implications are significant. Stay tuned as we break down what this means for the team, the locker room, and the path forward for this season. Justin Jefferson is making headlines today as the focal point of ongoing discussions regarding the team's long-term salary cap structure and offensive stability. When you evaluate the current landscape for the Minnesota Vikings, few variables are as pivotal as the commitment to their star wide receiver. The organization is navigating a delicate balance between fiscal responsibility and the necessity of keeping a generational talent in the building for the remainder of his prime. From a tactical standpoint, Justin Jefferson represents the heartbeat of the passing game, acting as the primary gravitational force that allows the rest of the offensive scheme to function. His ability to manipulate coverage shells and create separation against elite cornerbacks is documented extensively in the analytics, but the behind-the-scenes reality involves complex contract negotiations that weigh his historical production against the current market for wide receivers. The team is clearly looking at how his salary cap hit will evolve over the next 3 seasons, considering the impact on their ability to retain key defensive pieces. When we look back at historical precedents in the league, franchises that fail to secure their cornerstone players often find themselves in a cycle of regression. The Vikings are acutely aware of this, and the front office has been working diligently to find a middle ground that respects his value while maintaining enough flexibility to build around him. His presence in the locker room extends beyond the highlight reels. He is a leader who sets the standard for preparation and intensity during practice. Analyzing his fit within the current offensive philosophy, it is obvious that the coaching staff has built an entire ecosystem around his specific skill set. If he were to be sidelined or if his status remained uncertain, the ripple effects would be felt across every position group, especially regarding how opposing defenses approach the Vikings secondary. We are looking at a scenario where the timing of a deal is just as important as the numbers themselves. By finalizing terms now, the team would gain clarity for future roster construction, allowing them to better allocate resources toward the defensive line and secondary improvements. The market is reacting to the possibility of a finalized extension, and the general consensus among league sources is that both sides remain motivated to reach an agreement before the start of the next major training phase. This is not just a financial decision, it is a statement of intent regarding the team's championship window. As we continue to monitor the situation, the focus remains on whether the parties can bridge the final gap in the coming weeks. Transitioning from our top offensive star, we need to address a situation developing on the defensive side of the ball. If you are enjoying this deep dive into the latest Vikings news, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support keeps us bringing you these daily insider updates. Jonathan Greenard is currently the subject of intense tactical analysis as the coaching staff looks to solidify their pass rush rotation. Since his arrival, the expectations have been high, and the early returns during drills and situational work suggest he is ready to take a significant step forward. When we break down the defensive scheme, the role of a primary edge rusher is the engine that drives the entire unit's effectiveness. Jonathan Greenard brings a level of versatility that is crucial for a team transitioning into more complex, multiple front looks. He has shown an impressive ability to win one-on-one matchups, which is a direct byproduct of his refined hand technique and explosive first step off the snap. Analyzing his performance metrics, his pressure rate on third down situations stands out as a key indicator of his potential impact this season. The coaching staff is clearly prioritizing players who can affect the quarterback without the need for constant blitzing, and he fits that mold perfectly. From a salary cap perspective, his current contract status provides the team with significant value, allowing them to allocate funds elsewhere while maintaining a high floor production level at a critical position. Looking at the historical context of the team's defensive history, the success of the unit has often been tethered to the health and production of the edge rushers. If he can maintain the consistency we have seen in recent weeks, it will take significant pressure off the secondary, allowing the defensive backs to play more aggressively in coverage. The scouting report highlights his motor and his willingness to contribute against the run, which is often an overlooked aspect of an elite pass rusher's game. As the team prepares for upcoming divisional matchups, his ability to set the edge will be a major point of discussion in the film room. There is also the matter of depth,
The organization has been working to ensure that the rotation remains effective even if there are minor setbacks during the grueling schedule. The strategy here is clear: build a defensive front that can dictate the tempo of the game regardless of the opponent. This move to emphasize his role is a calculated decision to maximize the team's defensive ceiling. We are keeping a close watch on how he integrates with the interior linemen during full pads practice, as that synergy will dictate how often they can collapse the pocket. The market for reliable edge talent is notoriously thin, making his development a top priority for the personnel department. As we shift our gaze toward the back end of the roster, there is another development that has fans talking.
Harrison Smith is making headlines today as the team continues to rely on his veteran presence to navigate a period of significant transition in the secondary. As one of the most tenured members of the organization, he remains the standard-bearer for the team's culture and defensive identity. When we observe the way the coaching staff utilizes him during practice, it is clear that he is much more than just a player on the field. He is an extension of the defensive coordinator. His ability to diagnose plays before they develop has been the cornerstone of his career, and that intelligence is vital as the team integrates younger talent into the defensive backfield. The analysis of his current role suggests that he is being asked to provide more coverage flexibility, which speaks volumes about his sustained athleticism and mental processing speed. From a historical perspective, his career trajectory is a testament to the value of consistent preparation and professional discipline. Many observers have questioned how the team would handle the natural aging curve of its veterans, but he has defied expectations by maintaining a high level of production while adapting his game to changing offensive schemes across the league. The salary cap implications of his current deal have been a topic of discussion among analysts, but the consensus is that the value he provides in leadership and pre-snap communication is nearly impossible to replace on the open market. His mentorship of the younger players is a critical component of the team's long-term strategy as the organization looks to build a sustainable pipeline of talent. If you look at the way the team prepares for high-intensity situations, you will see him taking an active role in coaching up the younger safeties and cornerbacks. This transition is not just about physical ability, it is about the mental fortitude required to play at an elite level in this league. The team's decision to keep him at the center of the defensive game plan is a clear signal that they prioritize experience and stability. We are looking at a player who understands the nuances of the game better than almost anyone else on the roster, which gives the defense a distinct advantage in critical moments. The upcoming season will be a litmus test for the team's ability to balance veteran leadership with the need for fresh legs in the secondary. As we look at the full picture of the roster, the synergy between his veteran experience and the explosive talent of the younger players will be the defining story of the season. His influence on the defensive scheme is profound, and his presence is a major reason why the team remains confident in their ability to compete at a high level.
There is a lot of movement happening within this organization, and it is clear that the front office is not sitting idle. We have covered the contract status of key stars, the development of defensive assets, and the vital role of veteran leadership. All of these factors will play a massive role in how the season unfolds for the Vikings. I want to hear from you. Do you think the team is making the right moves to secure their future, or should they be more aggressive in the market? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure to like this video and subscribe for more insider updates.